Welcome to Winter Sunday.
I thought you were going to say to Raw is War.
Oh.
Welcome.
That
was
to Raw.
What happened?
Yes.
What happened? What happened?
No finger bangs today. Yeah,
No.
I'm not the gunman. I'm not the gunman today.
All right, so you're not on the grassy knolls. We're here, as you could figure, for Winter Sunday, a kickoff, a reboot, because we did do some Winter Sundays for some of that old material that Yari was releasing. He released a couple of songs during the crowdfunding campaign. We did those, but this is truly Winter Sunday because we're gonna go
This is time 2,
through the track listing of Time 2 from the first song all the way to the last song. Now, before we press play and check this out, I just want to get a few things mentioned just on this video. I'm not going to say this again. I just want to mention this on this video. First of all, he hasn't heard the album yet. So in the previous Winter Sundays, we were both discovering the albums and the songs together by doing all the tracks. And this time around, he's the one discovering the songs on Winter Sunday. I already obviously heard the album. I did a review and all of that good shit. But you're discovering every single song, and we're going to go through the track listing order. There's 6 songs on the album. We're actually going to do 5 Winter Sunday videos because Ominous Clouds is an interlude to the song Storm. It doesn't make no sense to make that track as a separate track because it's just really an intro track to Storm. So we're going to put those 2 songs together and have that as one single video. That's why we're going to do 5 Winter Sundays starting today. All right? Makes sense so far?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to tell you that this is an instrumental track. It's the intro of the album. So I want to give you just that little nugget there.
Oh.
So you're not going in expecting vocals at some point in time and then there's no vocals.
Okay.
All right? So I just want to tell you that. One last thing. I want to thank Yadi and everybody at Wintersun for having both of our names and the channel's name on the list of people that he thanked for the making of Time 2. I'm not quite sure how I helped the making of Time 2 or how you helped them. I mean, we didn't hurt.
It's not even the channel name.
We didn't hurt.
Well, the channel name was there, but also our actual, our names.
Not in my wildest dreams did I ever think that my name and Wintersun would be associated on an album. Like, never mind a mentioning on Facebook or Instagram. I'm talking about,
on the album.
Anybody who ever owns this record from now until the end of time
will have my name there.
Exactly, and mine. So fuck, that is
the channel.
That is some fucking glorious shit, I must say.
Okay.
Are you ready for this now?
Dude, that stress ball that I've had since 2018 got its work
somewhere in the back there.
Somewhere in the back there. It's gotten its work.
But now it's here.
But now it's here.
Okay, so this is really for you, these Winter Sundays, not for me.
This is a warm-up, because this is the instrumental track, so I'm just gonna sit back, relax.
But I want to get your take on it.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
And if you're listening to the album, then the song that comes after is "The Way of the Fire." So it kicks
right
off.
away,
Yeah, it kicks off right away. So anyhow, so what do you think? This is how the album opens.
It's a very nice way.
Fields of Snow.
Very nice way for the album to open. But Fields of Just Snow, not really, because I feel some cherry blossoms in there, and it's very Japanese inspired. But I was told that's
the whole record is.
The whole record is. But yeah.
But you're gonna hear it more in this song, and then you're gonna hear it more in Silver Leaves. Like you're still gonna hear some influences in the other songs, but it's more predominant in this one in the closing track.
Yeah. It's just it's a very as an instrumental track and as an opening to an album, it's very
Kabuki.
Yeah. But I was gonna say it builds throughout the song, like it's building itself throughout the song, and it comes to that beautiful climax at the end that starts off the next song. And I think that's perfect. I mean, that's how you want an intro track to really go. But as an intro track in itself, or not looking at it as an intro track, but looking at it as an instrumental track, it's a very nice instrumental track. Like it has the snow. I still get that snowy vibe.
It starts off. I don't know if you got that, but when the song starts off, it actually ties in really well to Time 1.
It does.
It just then, like the first minute and a half, it ties into Time 1, to the sound experience of Time 1, and then it starts to blossom into this more Japanese theme song that, goes from that point on.
Exactly the thought I had. In my head, what I thought he would do as kind of a funny is in that starting area have a couple riffs that would come through, like
some melodies and
stuff
some notes there
from actual songs, to really be like, oh wait, I heard that melody before. Oh wait, but then cut it out slowly as it's moving into the newer, blossoming,
the newer sound,
right? But
that's how it comes across.
It didn't do that, but that's how it comes.
But it's
across.
very close.
It's very close.
Very close.
So yeah, I was going to talk about that too. It does start very Time 1 and end off how you're expecting Time 2 to
kick off.
Yeah.
It works as a segue between the previous record and then this record.
Yeah, but he did that on purpose.
Because the albums were supposed to be all just one record. Time was supposed to be just one record.
Yeah.
And that growth of sound was supposed to be there from the first half of the album to the second half. And that's why he said he didn't mind separating them, because the sound experience of the first half is different from the sound experience of the second half. But you have to find ways of tying them together. And I feel like this song, if you're listening to them in sequence, this song will do a good job of tying in that first half with its second half.
Is he gonna? By the way, I don't know if you asked him. Is he gonna release? Like he released Time 2 as its own CD, and everything. But he's gonna release Time, as it's like. Everything.
No, but he's re-releasing Time 1 with the same production of Time 2. So if you bought you guys bought the pre-package, the Time 2 package, you're not gonna get it. You got it already because it's already available for you to download if you purchase it, like I purchased it. So in that package, you get Time 2 and you get Time 1 remastered and reproduced with the sound and the same experience as Time 2. So you can technically listen to both of them from start to finish in sequence to get that because if you go back and you listen to the original Time 1 and the sound that it was made, and you listen to this one,
it's different.
There's a huge gap there.
Yeah.
There's a huge gap there. So
in years too. I mean,
which is expected.
There's a 10-year gap.
More than 10
years. It's a 12-year gap.
Is it 12? Feels like 18.
It came out in 2012, right?
It feels like 18. I don't know.
If it came out in 2012, like Time 1, I don't know why. Time came out in 2012, right?
I don't know if it was 2000.
I think it was 2012.
I don't know. Well, now you're making me look, but
I'm pretty sure Time came out in 2012 because the first Wintersun record came out in 2004, right? I could be completely wrong. I was completely right.
Yeah, you were right. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a 12-year gap right there. So
yeah,
you are going to hear a difference in production and in overall
But that's
his
why
vocals and
that's why
everything.
he went back and he remastered that Time
Which,
1 in order to match
in
the
a way,
same
he was
experience.
forced to do it. In a way, he's forced to do it because I know he's a perfectionist. So in a way, he in doing
But now by doing
that-
that, you're actually going back to the original plan that you originally had, which was to just do one record. Then you decided to break it into two. But if you still want to give people the experience of what you originally wanted, which was one record,
if I had,
you have to do that.
If I had both MP3s, or even if it's like Spotify or whatever, how it goes.
It's not available. The new remaster, I don't think it's available on Spotify.
Oh, maybe one day it will be. But what I will say, if I have the both MP3s, I'm gonna not have them as their own album icons. I'm gonna create a new one
And just put everything in order.
And put everything in order.
Yeah. Time 1 and 2, and you just create that playlist with all the stuff.
No, I wouldn't. It's just gonna call Time.
Oh, Time, yeah.
Because that's how it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
It was supposed to be just Time.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm glad that he did that, because I think it improves the listening experience when you listen to the two records together.
And it
because
it
once again,
what the original plan was.
When I go back and I listen to the original release of Time, and the way those songs sound, and then you listen to this, it's like worlds apart. Never mind just the Japanese influence. The sound itself is like worlds apart. But that's totally expected. Yeah. 12 years between them. So
but what I will say is I wouldn't get rid of those older Time, like the old...
The original.
Time one. I wouldn't get
the OG.
The OG, because... Time will go on.
I love that fucking song, man. That song is so good.
Drifting away in the night. Oh,
from that record, that's my favorite song.
That fucking
over Sons of Winter and Star. Over all of those, Time is my favorite song from that record.
Dude, Time is such a good song.
In
general, it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite.
My favorite Wintersun song is Loneliness, but I have a special emotional attachment to that song, so I'm biased.
Actually, my favorite Wintersun song is Loneliness in acoustic.
Fuck, the acoustic one is really
That's
good.
That's my favorite song. Loneliness is a good song. The acoustic one, 10 times better. 10 times. I didn't even know you could one-up that song. You can one-up it with the same fucking song, but in acoustic. So good. So good. I'm very sad that the only way to... Like, that song, that version of the song is not on iTunes. Or on Apple Music, or to buy. Like, you have to just go online and go to the YouTube thing, and then put it into MP3 and put it on your phone.
Don't tell that to Yari, though. If you bought the original Time package, you would have gotten that song.
I know, but sorry, I was not around in the original Time. Oh, you mean the
when you had the crowdfunding for the not the Time package, sorry, the seasons. Yeah. If you pre-order the season package, you would have gotten the Loneliness because you would have gotten all the songs just instrumental, and you would have gotten that one. And
even the other songs.
Actually, I have all of them, by the way.
I know. Because didn't you?
I pre-ordered. Well, I not pre-ordered. I bought it.
But that's the only way I had it on my phone, and then it fucking went the way of the dodo for some reason.
I still have it.
My iTunes likes to delete songs for some reason, and it just so happened to do it a song I can't get back, unless I connect to the computer. So I was like, fuck, dude. But that is my favorite song, like Wintersun song, hands down. That, and then Loneliness, I can't really say Loneliness because that's already the acoustic version. So then I'll say Time and then Death and the Healing.
Death and the Healing is up there for me. See, for me, if I go record by record, Death and the Healing, then Time, then Loneliness. Mm-hmm. And then from this record, Silver Leaves, by far, from this record. So that is my packing order, like my favorite song from every release. But Loneliness overall, just because I have an emotional attachment to it.
Yeah.
But I also think it's one of the greatest songs he's ever written.
That one, yeah. But I also think Time is a well-composed song. Like, that song is...
We were at Sadi Helveti this summer, and the song was playing in the place where the bands are eating, like whatever, the catering area. They were playing multiple songs, but that one was one of the songs that came on a few times. No pun intended. And it was every time that it came on, I was like, ah. But at that time, I already had Time 2 on my phone. So I was like, that's great, but I got Time 2. Anyhow, anything else you want to add?
I mean,
to this kick off to Winter Sunday?
It's an instrumental track. There's not much to go farther into. I want to just hear the next track, and
And see what happens?
Let's see what happens.
And go from there?
Yeah.
And go from there? All right. The next track is The Way of the Fire. Now, we checked that track out on our original Winter Sundays, but it was a live video that somebody recorded with their phone, I think, from 70,000 tons. So the quality, and it's live, so it's not the same thing. Now you're gonna get next Sunday, you're gonna get like the real deal, the real McCoy. You're gonna get the real McCoy. All right, guys. Thank you very much for sharing this Winter Sunday with us. Come back next Sunday. The Way of the Fire it is. That's where we're gonna go. See ya.
See ya.